Good evening, my starlings! How are you all doing today? Hello, hello, hello! I hope the BGM is working. BGM good? BGM good? BGM good? Yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. Actually, give me one sec. There we go. Yeah, oh. Okay. We're good. Sorry everyone, I'm a little bit flustered right now. I literally just I just got back from Home Depot. So I didn't realize I'm moving freaking tomorrow. I'm moving tomorrow and yeah, I needed to go pick up boxes because I don't have any boxes. So yeah, I had to go pick up boxes. I went to my new apartment. I saw my room and whatnot. Y'all, the new apartment is so nice. I probably won't be able to stream for like a week after tomorrow, but it'll be worth it, I promise. It's gonna be a lot quieter. The room is carpeted. It's super duper nice. Yeah, we'll do like a unpacking stream maybe. I'll think about it. Yeah, streaming right before moving. I'm literally right after the stream ends, I'm unplugging everything and stuffing it all in a suitcase. But yeah. Oh, you're moving too, Saber. Saber, I was at Home Depot. Okay, but yeah, today's stream, we're gonna be doing a podcast with the ComfyCafePodcast. It's gonna be really exciting. We're gonna be talking about a lot of stuff. It's gonna be comfy and cozy, so grab your coffees and have a seat. Relax. You have 4 minutes to go get your coffee and relax. Yeah, we'll be converging at 10 minutes. 10 minutes past. So yeah, they sent me a list of the questions and stuff. It's gonna be some interesting stuff that I don't normally get to talk about, which is pretty cool. So I'm glad to be able to stream on my end, as well as talk about all these things with y'all. I might not be able to interact with chat as much because it is sort of like a podcast sort of thing instead of a stream. And yeah, we'll see how we go. Maybe I can get like a little coffee PNG. Do you think I can do that in 3 minutes? Coffee. Yeah, let's see this one. This one's cute. Excited to listen to the podcast. Thank you. Guess what I replaced with this? This used to be the PNG or the image source for soju. Oh, that's so funny. Jesus turned water into wine, while I turned soju into coffee. Okay, yeah. I'll just have this down in the little corner. And yeah, we have 2 minutes. Yeah. So I currently don't have AC, and it's like 90 freaking degrees today. But we'll have AC at the new place, which is very, very nice. That's a quote, yeah. Cynthia 5'3". She turned soju into coffee. But yeah. I hope it doesn't drag on a little too long, because again, I'm still like a little bit sick, so I don't want to like have to talk with a stuffy nose and whatnot. Right now I feel fine. I I got some water. I actually don't have coffee with me because I had coffee this morning, but yeah. Yeah, the cough is pretty much gone. We'll see if it comes back if I start talking a lot though. Alright. Just gotta wait another minute. Oh, I'm kind of nervous, y'all. Kind of nervous. Okay, I'm gonna ask if they're ready to switch over. Okay. Alright, so I guess we will switch over now. Where'd it go? Okay. Here? Hello, hello, hello?
Hey, what's up, Synthion? Thank
Hello,
you so much for being
hello.
part of the podcast. I appreciate you making the time for it.
Yes. Actually, let me pull up your chat really quickly. While I do that, do you wanna, or do you wanna sort of introduce yourself to my chat, if that's okay?
Yeah, of course. We'll take turns. We'll take turns doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey guys, our Synthion's chat. My name's Fang Lee. You can even call me Ethan. At this point, on Twitch, out of everyone, it's easier to call me Ethan. Fang works too. Pang works. Anything works of that sort. So, by all means, just feel free to call me any one of those. But I really do appreciate you guys for coming and supporting. And yeah, I'm the one who pretty much makes the podcast.
Yes.
But again, I appreciate everyone in chat.
Yes. Thank you, and I will do my introduction, I guess. I guess it's supposed to be the other way around. I'm supposed to introduce myself first, but
You're good.
Yeah. So my name is Cynthia Iona. I am a music producer, DJ, and VTuber. I make EDM primarily, and is there anything else? I guess that's it.
Oh. One thing, I just realized the audio wasn't picking up on your end.
Oh.
Can you explain it one more time? Yes, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no worries. So hello once again. I'm Cynthia Iona. I am a music producer, DJ, and virtual YouTuber. I primarily make EDM, and yeah, I guess that's it.
All right, that sounds good. So yeah, no, again, thank you so much for making the time to come on, the podcast and everything. I'll be honest, I was like how I was with Aika, I'm super starstruck that I can have this opportunity to, just have a chat, get to know you, and who just cover the question for a lot of people who know you and who don't know you as a VTuber or as an artist, but who is Synthion kind of dealio, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we'll start with that, like coming from you, who would you say, who is Synthion and all of that stuff you want to explain to us?
So, who is Synthion, So
I'm Synthion.
yeah, obviously I'm Synthion, but I guess Synthion to me, at first it was sort of just the name I used, it didn't really have any significance behind it. It was just the name I slapped on top of all of my SoundCloud uploads. But over time, as my music grew and just the stuff I do online grew, it sort of turned into I want to say a character I play, because the way I act online is a little bit different than the way I act IRL. So I want to say Synthion is a sort of character as well as a brand. It's everything all at once type of deal. I don't know how to label it specifically, or if there's even a word for it at all. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's really cool though, because it's just my favorite question to ask every single guest that's been on here is just pretty much how they came up with the name, because it's so cool. Just either it just be like, oh, I just thought, just kind of came to my mind, but it's like that's cool just to hear that it just popped up all of a sudden. But it's always good to have that little bit of a background, a little bit of like, hey, this is how I got my name.
How I got my name. Okay, wait. That's a
no, you're good. This is like the next question going on. Okay. How did you get the name Synthion? You're good. You're good.
I thought I misunderstood. That's my bad. So yeah, how I got the name Synthion, it's actually like kind of lame.
Nah, there's no way. There's no way.
It started off. I think I must have been like 13 in the 7th grade or something like that. I was sitting in my biology class and we were learning about ions. And I was like,
wait, yo, I'm interested.
I was like, that's such a cool word. And I was like, what if I put it at the end of like synth, like synthesizer, and then put ion at the end of it? Because like when I introduce myself nowadays, so for I'm gonna break character a little bit. My IRL name is also Cynthia, just spelled with a C.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So people think like when I introduce myself as Cynthia IRL, and then I say, oh, I go by Synthion online, they're like, dang, that's such a cool username, like you made that out of like your real name and stuff. And I'm like, actually it's like the other way around. I came up with Synthion first, and then like I changed my name later on in life. So
oh yeah. No, that's awesome. Dude, Cynthia is such a cool name though. Like,
yeah, I really like it.
It's so cool. There's like you got your names like Cynthia, and you got my basic California name like Ethan. Like, you think I would go to the beach? I actually I barely go to the beach on my. But that's why I was like, dude, that's such a cool name. But hey, the best thing you can say is, it really is like an ion, because you are a very positive person.
I got it.
Yeah. But that's so awesome that you add just synth and an ion together, because it if you think about it, it matches so well though. It meshes really well.
Does it?
Yeah, and continue on with that, with synth being the type of music and everything that, or just like synthesizers and stuff.
Yeah.
When it came to the music production, like, how did you get into it? Like, was there anyone that influenced you? Did you like kind of have any role models or of that sort?
Yeah, actually, so the way I started off making music, so or I guess I should go like backtrack further and say like how I got into EDM in the first place was I had found like Monster Cat, this like EDM record label that was really popular back in the day. I had found that their channel, and I like listened to like a couple of their songs, and then actually someone at my school was like, hey, have you ever heard of Monster Cat before? And I was like, wait, actually I have. And they were like, yeah, they just like released a new album, you should go check it out. And then like that's how I got into EDM, is like I only listen to Monster Cat stuff, because that's pretty much like the only source where I could get EDM stuff. Like there wasn't like, I wasn't active on Twitter back then, or like SoundCloud or anything at all. I didn't even have a Spotify account, so
no. Yeah, it's weird, because it really was Monster Cat, huh? That started it. It was like Monster Cat, and then all of a sudden Avian Cloud came out, and then like like just all the smaller like EDM like channels started coming out afterwards. Man, dude, I still remember the first Monster Cat song I listened to was it like, it's like Awesome to the Max. That was a middle schooler.
Yeah.
Yep. I heard it. That was my first EDM song. I heard that for the first time. I'm like, what is this music? But it just makes me want to like just do some like dance and or do some kind of activity of some sort.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so cool though. Like big thanks to Monster Cat for introducing EDM.
Yeah, and I guess that's pretty much how I started making EDM. It was like, I just like listened to so much Monster Cat, and I was like, I want to make music like these Monster Cat artists. And I looked up tutorials. one of my personal like shoutouts is definitely to Varian, because I used a lot of her tutorials because she was on Monster Cat back then, and then like she also had tutorials on her YouTube. So yeah, if I hadn't watched those, I don't think I would be making music today. So that's yeah.
Yeah, no, that's awesome though. I don't know, like I have so much respect for, you know, you and everyone who kind of focuses on music, because that's not easy. A lot of people are like, yeah, I mean, just pick up an instrument and play it. I'm like, nah, dude, you can't do that unless you're like a born prodigy, or like, let me just open up FL Studio and, you know, instantly learn music theory and, you know, apply that to whatever song I want to make. You guys just spend, there's so much time that you guys put into it, and honestly, just the concept of like how you guys make your songs and the meaning behind each song, it just hits different.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will mention though, I did have some prior like music experience, which was sort of why I like wanted to make it, and like thought like, dang, I could make this type of music if I really wanted to, was because I had played an instrument in the past, and like I'd done like tried to make little cheap music stuff of like video game music that I liked and whatnot. So yeah.
No, that's pretty cool though, because it's like, you know, of course, like I feel like a lot of the other, I mean, I say a lot, but like the two other, like Aika and Sheepwave, they all started out with video game music.
Yeah,
video game music or just like EDM. But I'll be honest, that's the reason why I picked up a guitar too. Was I'm like, man, I love Kingdom Hearts, or you know, like Final Fantasy. I want to learn this song or something.
It's definitely like the gateway drug.
It is. Once you go into it, you can't come out.
Yeah.
You're stuck.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dude, but it's so nice though. It's so nice getting to listen to, you know, your music or any kind of artist's music, because you guys are so talented in a way. You guys are so talented, and it really does affect a lot of people's moods. Like, you know, listening to your music, it makes me feel happy. Like it feels like bubbly and happy in a way. That's for sure.
Thank you.
And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that feels that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, like other than just music and stuff, I know that, you know, of course, you're a VTuber and everything. How did that come to be? You know, like, because I know you had your debut not too long ago.
Yeah.
Was it like about a year ago, right?
It was no. Actually, it was much sooner. It was January 15th of this year.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah, but I haven't been around for too long.
No, but your model and everything is like it's really nice. It's really cool.
Thank you. So wait, the question was how did I kind of like debut and stuff?
Like how did you debut? How did you want to become a VTuber? What was the story behind that?
So actually, it's actually pretty funny. So before I used this model, so actually I should mention like the debut that was on January 15th. That was with this model, like the Live2D model that I'm using now. Before, I would stream using a 3D model. So the reason I started using that 3D model was because I had gotten into VR chat, and I wanted to like see, like, because I had already had my OC like designed and whatnot, and I was like, dang, that would be so cool if someone could like put this in VR chat. And my friends were like, you actually can. And I found someone on Twitter that took commissions for Vroid models, and I was like, hey, can you make me in VR chat? And they're like, yes. And they had it to me within like an hour. It was crazy.
Holy crap.
So I used that model in VR chat, and I was like, wait, I could probably like stream on Twitch using this. So I downloaded some software, and I started streaming on Twitch using that. And then that was around the time when like VTubers started getting really popular. And then I realized, I was like, wait, I'm like basically a VTuber. Because I was using a model to stream, and so that's how it began. And then eventually down the line, I was like, I should probably get like a little upgrade on my model, so that's what I did.
Yeah, it's like, dude, VTubing it's popped off fast. That's the crazy thing. it's like all of a sudden, I'm watching regular YouTube and a shark girl pops up on my screen, or like the Grim Reaper of Death. I'm like, these are cute anime girls, but I'm hooked. I'm hooked. They're entertaining. It started with who was it? Kizune Ai was one of the first.
Definitely one of the pioneers of VTubing. I think like if you want to get like super technical about it, there was some other VTubers that came before her, but she was sort of the main one that like took off and started playing games while streaming and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean that's so cool though. Like it's crazy because before we would watch just people screaming at horror games, and now we have now we're watching really really cute and handsome VTubers screaming at horror games.
Yeah.
but it's more entertaining.
It definitely is.
Yeah, but man, that's just the model that you guys have. It looks like a lot of work, and with the program and everything too. Like, what's the background behind that? Like, how does it, like setting it up, everything, and kind of like getting your model to do what you need it to do?
Yeah, so for those of you that are unfamiliar in chat and whatnot, I know some of my chat is actually quite familiar with this, but there's basically two parts to being a VTuber. You need the model and you need the rigging. So the model itself, it's just like an illustration. Like, I guess I could like show it, but it would be too complicated. But anyways, just like the illustration itself. So like what you're seeing on screen right now, like if I stand completely still, this is what I commissioned. And so you need that, but you need to prepare different layers of it. So you need the smiling mouth, you need the frowning mouth, and you need like every single expression that you want to do that needs to be all drawn out. You need every single layer separate, and then you send that to the Live2D rigger. So from there, now this is part 2. This is rigging, and this is when they like add physics to like every little thing on my model. So you can see if I like jump up and down, like my hair moves, even my earrings, they sway back and forth. My choker as well. My ribbon has a little bit of a bounce.
Yeah, I never knew the ribbon. I never noticed the ribbon bounce. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's all these little tiny details, actually. My rigging artist did a very, very good job, but there's unfortunately been some like bad stuff happening behind the scenes. So we don't really talk about him anymore.
we'll sweep that under the rug. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
we'll leave that sleeping dog lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's cool though. It's unique. I think that's what catches a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah.
Is that it's first of all, super colorful. It's everyone's personality. I feel like not everyone, but like a majority of VTubers have such a fun personality. Yourself, definitely yourself included. Like you guys are always just, like it's nice. It feels nice being part of the community.
It like, definitely is.
Like.
Oh, go ahead.
How's it been? Like, my apologies. Like, how has it been in the in that kind of like community of? Have you ever had like talks with different VTubers or just like your community and everything? Like, how's it like? Because I know I haven't been around too much in your community, but I'm not too knowledgeable. Like someone like me who's not too knowledgeable on VTubers and how they do stuff. Like, how's the community there?
Yeah. So I'd say my community, like my personal community, is a kind of unique, where it's like I'd say it's like 80% music and like 20% VTubing. So honestly, I couldn't really call it like a VTubers community. I mean, it technically is, but like it feels more like a music community rather than a VTubers community. But as far as like the VTubing community in general, I mean, they've been very, very supportive and open, like welcome me with open arms. There's like a very, very good like community on Twitter. Like VTubers will, follow each other, and just like support each other as much as they can, like pop into each other's chats. And
that's awesome.
everyone's all like aiming for the same goal here, so it's really nice to have like such a tight-knit community, even though there's like a lot of VTubers nowadays. It still feels pretty like tight-knit just because everyone's striving for the same goal and whatnot. As far as like meeting other VTubers goes, I haven't really spoken like really deeply with other VTubers other than I guess Yuna Nini is like a VTuber that's like pretty popular. And yeah, we've been talking a bunch because we actually started talking because we followed each other back because, you know, VTuber community, like VTuber culture is like just like follow back all the other VTubers. And then
that's awesome.
I saw a tweet of hers that was like, urgent help needed. I need someone to recreate this instrumental of a future-based song. And I was like, that's literally like the perfect job for me. So I reached out to her. I was like, hey, I can take this commission. And she was like, honestly, I tweeted this out for the sole purpose of you like having the chance to see it. And I was like, oh my god. And then like we worked on the commission together. We got that out, and then she was like, let's work on a real song where you're not like super rushed. And I was like, okay. And then we just released that 2 weeks ago. It's called Shoujo Rei. It's a cover of Mikito P's song.
That's so good though. I've been listening to that song for
a
bit. It's so good.
So yeah, Yuna's the vocalist on that song. And
I love her voice though.
Yeah, her voice is super
she's so
pure.
Talented.
Yeah.
Yep.
Her voice is super nice, but yeah, because of those commissions, we actually like started getting really close. Once I took the Shoujo Rei commission, I was actually she had told me, because I live in Boston right now, so she was like, hey, I'm visiting New York City. Do you want to hang out? And I was like, that's like a little far, so, and I don't really know you that well, so maybe not. And then I was like, you know, maybe it's good to just take a vacation for myself. So I drove down 4 hours down to New York. I took a little vacation for myself, caught up with some friends, and then I eventually hung out with Yuna as well. So that was really cool. I got to meet Yuna and her friend Mia, who's also a very big VTuber, Miori Solasta.
Okay. I think I've heard her name around.
Yeah, she's super popular as well. It was very nerve-wracking to be around such big names.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, hey, I'm with someone that I would see as a big name too. You know, I'm kind of starstruck, so I can kind of put myself in your shoes, in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so cool though. That's so cool that you guys are able to, you know, like just meet up, you know, give yourself that break and everything. Because of course, you know, it's not easy. A lot of this stuff isn't easy. You know, either it'd be streaming, streaming, VTubing, music and stuff. You guys deserve the break for that because it looks stressful. I see, like, you know, with your behind the scenes FL Studio project breakdown and stuff, when everything just kind of pops up.
Yeah,
it's like a flashbang. You're like, what is this? What's going on?
It's like
that Mickey Mouse meme was like, what happened?
I honestly I don't know what it would be like to be like not a producer looking at like FL Studio, just because I've done it for so long. But I feel like if I had to make the comparison, do you know those images that are like, name one image or name one thing in this image, and it's all just like stuff that seems slightly recognizable but you can't see it?
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I hate those. I really hate those with a passion, because I'm like, it looks like a vase, but it also doesn't look like a vase.
It's gotta feel like something like those, if I had to guess. But yeah,
it's like all we see is like, those are strings. But I'm hearing different things from either the drum section, the percussions, the synths.
Yeah.
Too. But those breakdowns are so cool though. Like just watching how the magic is done behind the scenes. too, and just the magic and the stress from what from what I'm like picking up.
Honestly, I don't know. It's not too much stress in my opinion, because honestly I do this because I enjoy it so much. So it definitely is stressful at times, but there is a bit of magic to it as well. And yeah, with those breakdowns, actually, I really enjoy doing them because I feel like when you're making anything, whether it be like a piece of like visual art or like writing like a story or something, or even like writing an essay, I feel like this is like a really good comparison. Writing an essay, you need to get all your thoughts down in the final piece, or else they won't know like anything. Like if you think it and you don't write it, then they'll never hear it, or they'll never know like the true meaning or whatever. So you have to just like dump as much of that into like your essay or your song or whatever you're making, so that it gets the point across, right? So I'm glad I can do those project breakdowns, because I feel like I get a second chance at like explaining some things that I thought were like really cool while making the song and whatnot.
Like I think that's the best part too, because it's like not only are we looking at what you did, but it's that story, like you said, like in an essay or like you're writing a essay, you're writing a story. It's so cool to see, you know, reasoning and this is why this is this and that is that kind of thing. And it's so awesome. Just sitting like yesterday, you know, when you had your stream, was it yesterday, right? Your
yesterday.
Gojo Ray, sitting in there for like probably like, you know, I was in there for like an hour. I was in caps. I was just like, it was like, I feel like I was in the bubble just listening. I was like, this is so cool. Like, this is just, it's so unique because there's a lot of stuff that such deep meaning and such deep like kind of like, I would say, you know, like vocabulary in the field of music that I don't know what honestly, like my language, I don't know what the hell I'm hearing, but now I want to know. Now I want to know what I'm hearing. Kind of thing.
That's the goal. So like honestly, when I debuted as a VTuber, like on YouTube and whatnot, I was like really worried because, you know, VTubers, they usually like just stream games and like art and whatnot. So I felt like if I did project breakdowns, I felt like maybe people would be bored, like people that don't know about music, they might get kind of bored during these, but actually those are like some of the most popular streams. And people seem to really enjoy them even if they don't make music themselves, which is really cool to see. Yeah, and you know, definitely talking about more like on the lines of like the music and everything too. Like I know recently you just had like a, you know, happy anniversary, happy birthday to your album, like your Windrunner album, right? Yeah. That one, dude, I love that album. That album was out of like, it's one of my favorite albums. Thank you.
It was Travel Plus. That Travel Plus song, that just, I think, I'll be honest, that's my favorite one in the album. It's nice, and you know, and all of it is like the lyrics in those in you know that album are, they hit you in a different way. Because I love listening to lyrics and everything, and just the fact that I can read through and see, you know, like what the lyrics are. Man, it touched me, like, you know, it touched my heart. Like it was, I'm like, shoot, you can physically see the story like happen.
Yeah, that's really sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. And it's, you know, then of course your birthday was recently too, so happy belated birthday. you know, we were talking about birthdays and everything. I think welcome to the field of being 21 and up. Yeah. I always call myself a boomer, but listen, I'm like 23. So, but I have the mind of a boomer at this point. No,
we're not old yet. We're not old yet.
We're coping.
Yes, it's copium.
Let me just grab a quick inhale of that. We know how OBS works.
Actually, did you want me to talk a little bit about Windrunner?
Yeah, go for it. For those who don't know the album and everything, too, or want to know more about it.
Yeah, actually it does go like quite deep, so hang on for the ride, y'all. But yeah, so Windrunner, I wrote it back in 2020, like right when the pandemic started, pretty much. Or I guess right after my album Fairy Tale release. So that came out in July 2020. So after that was all Windrunner projects. And I wrote all the lyrics and all the like songs and whatnot while just sort of dreaming of like leaving my parents' home. So it's sort of like I find it funny that I'm moving tomorrow and Windrunner's birthday was so soon, because that's it was literally about moving out. It came out right as I was leaving my parents' house, and now that the anniversary is here, I'm moving out. Yeah, I think that's cool. But yeah, basically, just I guess sort of like the deep part of this is my parents. We don't really have like the best relationship. We actually don't even talk anymore. So it was very like freeing and relieving to exit their home and just live alone. And yeah, I guess all those like dreams that I had while writing the lyrics and whatnot, they ended up coming true like very, very soon after the album came out. So definitely a very special album to me. And yeah.
Yeah, no, of course, no matter what it is, we just want to, people in chat and myself too, we want to show you as much love as we can, because you are doing awesome in everything that you're doing.
Thank
you are such a talented and wonderful person, and a lot, I can say it myself, I probably a lot of people as well in chat, but the music you make, the content that you create, it can be such fun and life-changing things. Even if it's just music, even if it's just you have your breakdowns, you play video games and interact, it means so much to a lot of us viewers. So we love you a lot on that point, and nothing but support and the best coming your way.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. And hey, maybe if you ever have a live set, and I need to catch one of your live sets, because man, they look fun. They look fun. Like your what was it? The B-Racks was your was one of your most recent.
Yeah, it was
that was cool. I was watching through the stream. I'm like, man, I wish I was there. just bumping.
Thank you for watching the stream.
Even if I'm just lurking, I always just love to have like kind of like your stream and stuff on the side, because it's just so fun. It's so fun just hearing it in the background. Mostly when I'm a student, so I got a lot of work I need to get done, as well as I gotta just it's busy. But I always love having your stream on the side, so I can just it's that good. It's a nice background music as well as a fun time.
Yeah,
as they say. But how are those live sets though? Like, is it kind of like hard to set up, or do they already have it kind of there for you to set? Just so you bring your laptop, any kind of gear that you need, any setup of that sort.
So back when I first started out doing DJ sets, it definitely was a lot of work to set up. I pretty much had to bring all my own equipment somewhere. Like, it was I think the two places I played at were like my school and like this one house party I got invited to back then. And then I got booked for like my first quote-unquote real show, where they just said bring a flash drive with your record box music on it, and I was like, what does that mean? And I like had to figure all that out. But it's really easy to be like a DJ in like one of those nicer venues, because they have everything set up. You just need to plug in your USB and you can just hit play and go ham.
No, that's awesome.
But on my personal rider, like all I bring is the USB, and then like anything else that they don't have that I can bring, then I'll offer to bring those as well. But
That's pretty cool though. I'm surprised. I've never seen gigs like that where I never thought a gig would be like that. They're like, hey, bring your USB. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's pretty cool though, because I mean, you got everything in that little stick now, which is wild.
Yep. But actually, to like my live sets though, like my personal live sets, I do have to bring, like, you know, because I cosplay as well when I DJ, so I have to bring that as well, as well as just like wig care stuff, like because I wear a wig on stage. Have to bring all my brushes and whatnot.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like such a heavy load.
Yeah, honestly, that's way more work to set up than the actual USB itself.
Because you have the ribbon and everything too, right? Like, you gotta put the wig on, make sure you brush it, and then put the ribbon on, make sure it's, you know, snug, and you have the sailor outfit, you have your jacket that you gotta put on too, make sure all the lights are working. Man, that's a lot of work, that's for sure. Cosplaying's no joke.
Yeah, cosplay, it's also like expensive. It's such an expensive hobby.
It is. Just yeah, it's fun. It's fun though. Like seeing someone in cosplay, it's just like, man, either they bought that from a shop, but that shop did a great job, or they made it themselves, and they're wild for making it themselves too. But no matter where it's from, cosplay's cosplay, and in the end, the person wearing it, they're pretty cool for wearing it.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just like mostly like at the anime conventions, comic conventions. Oh, it's so cool looking at people in cosplay.
Yeah. Oh, actually, kind of related. Because we were talking about my shows and stuff. Actually, the first like real show that I got booked for, it was actually for Anime Expo 2019.
Oh my god, dude, I was there. I should go.
Wait, you were there?
I was there.
No way.
Yeah, because I live close to LA, so it's like every time AX comes around, you know, I gotta go.
Yeah, but they booked me for their AX dance that they hold during the convention. And I was like, I've never been to an anime convention before, so it was crazy getting there at the venue, and seeing everyone dressed as anime characters that I know. I was like, there's no way this is like real life. It was like a parallel dimension. It was crazy. It's like at that point you're like playing, but you're counting out. Oh, he's from this anime. He's from that anime. Oh, look, she's my favorite character. Yeah. It's so cool looking at it. Dude, like, have you ever seen like those full Gundam suits? Oh my
on the
god,
first floor?
Those are crazy.
Those are wild, and I just see a guy hop out of it. I'm like, what? I'm like, I thought they were controlling with a controller, but no, a human body just pops out, and I'm just like, there's no way you can just hop in there and move.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, it's I love cosplay. Like, just looking at people in cosplay, it's in a way it's so like it's mesmerizing is the best way to say it too. Because you're like, I'm like, man, how long did it take you to put that on? Mostly the Monster Hunter outfits too are like, how long did it take you? How hot is it in there? And how long did it, take you to put it on, put the makeup on for it, design the wigs and everything.
Yeah, no, it's funny that you mentioned it. It was like super, because there was a heat stroke in heat wave in LA that year. Yep. 2019. I think it was triple digits during the convention. Yeah, I was like, I cannot imagine being in cosplay in that weather, like, because I have short sleeves and I wear like a skirt, so it's like fine, it's like suited for summer. But when I see those cosplays that are like full jackets and like whatnot, I was like, oh my god, I would hate to be them right now.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
I was rocking the Persona 5 outfit and the coat and everything.
No way.
And it was hot. I had the turtleneck on and everything. I'm just like, I hate it here.
Oh my god. Just
get me out of LineCon, dude. Let me go inside for some sweet AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was fun though. AX 2019. it was so fun. Like I feel okay. I'll be honest with you. I think there was a chance where I could have met you guys, you, Aika, Kotori, because I was talking to Aika at that time. Like, hey, can I meet up and get a picture with Aika? And I didn't know that you guys were all at AX together.
Yeah, we were.
So, and then I recently when I saw the tweet, I'm like, wait a minute, I could have met Kotori. I love I love their music. Aika, I love their music, and Synthion, like I love all the three of you guys' music. And I was like, I had the chance, but I ruined it for myself because it was like I didn't know at the time.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't really too well known back then, so I think we've definitely grown a lot in those 3 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Every album that you guys, every new album and everything, it's so cool getting to just kind of listen to it evolve. Mostly like kind of following you guys back when I was like, God, a high schooler, till now. It's crazy because I think for I can't remember what song that I came up on with that had you as that you made, but it was like, God, maybe like 2-3 years ago, maybe 4. But man, like all your music were bunched into like one playlist on SoundCloud that I just played. Yeah.
Dang.
It was all good. It was like a future bass EDMs SoundCloud made playlist, and I was like, man, these songs bop.
Those were the good days, like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, tell me about it. But yeah, continuing on with the music and everything too, like I know that there's been a lot of issues with YouTube, Twitch, and streaming, as well as just people being jerks. Have you ever had like problems with people trying to DMCA or copyright strike your own music yet, or is that kind of just been you've been like on the cool front of that where it hasn't happened?
So I haven't had like any really big issues. I guess sort of the biggest one, not necessarily with like streaming, but or I guess streaming in a way. It was on Spotify. Someone someone actually released a song under my name, and because the way you upload tracks on Spotify is you use a third-party distributor. So those like DistroKid, or like I personally use a service called Stem. Those services will distribute your song to those platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and someone basically just signed up for one of those, said, hey, my name is Synthion too, and actually no, I'm this Synthion, like I'm like this Synthion, and this is a song that Synthion made, and I want you to send this to Spotify. And they're obviously like, okay, Synthion made this, we'll send it to Spotify. And yeah, it just I really don't like that system, but it was a lot of work to get that off my profile, because I obviously did not make that, didn't want it to represent me. It actually got like quite a bit of plays. I think it got around like 10k plays before it ended up getting removed. And they had to have made a little bit of money off of that, which is really like it's sad, because like they're pretty much making money off of my name.
That's a jerk play right there. Like, come on, if they're talented enough to make that kind of music, then just release it on your own name, kind of thing. You're talented, you'll get there. You don't just piggyback off of someone else, because in the end, it's like, come on, now people hate you for doing that when they could have loved you for what you created. Kind of thing.
Unfortunately, I'll never know who actually did that, because their name was Synthion, so I was like, I didn't know who to yell at. But yeah, it got all sorted out. It got removed pretty quickly. I think like it was only up for like maybe 2-3 weeks at most. And yeah, it hasn't happened since, which is
that's good.
That's good. But yeah,
or if you meet him or her, give him a piece of my mind. I'm joking.
Yeah, but yeah, to answer your question fully, like for streaming and stuff, it hasn't, like, nothing really too threatening has happened. I guess the only like sort of problem I had was, so I do these piano streams, right? And in one of the piano streams, I played a song called Fuyu Biori. It's the ending, I believe, to Yuru Camp, and I just played it on piano, and it actually got flagged as a cover song, and it's amazing that YouTube can just like detect that. I wasn't even mad about it. I was just like impressed that I played it so well that YouTube like detected it. I was like, oh, thank you. Well, and then
you're just that talented. You're just like, man, this sounds like exactly like how they played it in the anime.
Yeah, but they were like, yeah, this sounds too much like the original. We're gonna take your money now. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine, whatever. And then, yeah, there was that incident. And then, like, sometimes when I'm playing Super Mario 64 on stream, some of the music will actually get or those videos will actually get demonetized because when I beat the game, it plays the staff roll, right? Like the ending credits theme. So YouTube actually thinks it's a remix of that cover song or that ending song. So it thinks it's like a cover / remix of that like credits theme remix that someone uploaded on Spotify or whatever. So those videos will get demonetized. It's not too big of a deal because, you know, they're just VODs and whatnot, but yeah, it is pretty annoying.
That's so weird though. Like that is just the fact that you're like, oh, all of a sudden I'm gonna play a game with actual music that plays, but it gets flagged for the original music gets flagged for a remix. When it's the original. I was like, what the heck? So you're telling me Nintendo doesn't own this? Oh man, it's like, man, that's crazy. I actually never thought of something like that, you know, happening to anyone.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying.
Yeah. Hopefully this, I mean, honestly, I think the same goes for Twitch. Like when I stream on Twitch, sometimes some songs that I always try to keep my music off and play, you know, copyright free songs because it is scary. It's like the Wild West out here in Twitch.
Yeah, definitely.
They hear one singular note that sounds like what, for Elise, and they're like, yep. All of a sudden, the dead want your money. And I'm like, what? I was like, where? Huh? You know? I was like, dang. All right, I'll give it to them, donation, but dang. You know? Like YouTube, it's crazy though that YouTube has the bots on YouTube do that.
Yeah,
too.
The content ID. It's crazy.
Yeah,
but Twitch is definitely very scary. It's honestly part of the reason why I moved to YouTube, because the worst thing that can happen is they take your video down, and honestly that's fine. Or they like pause your stream midway. It's whatever. And then usually what'll happen if you use copyrighted music is your video will get demonetized, and the people that made the music will get paid out. And honestly, like I'm very, very fine with that. And honestly, if I just throw like one of my songs in the playlist that I'm listening to, then I'm gonna get some of that revenue too, so why not?
Hey, let's go.
But yeah, to sort of answer like the flip side to that question, like the music I personally make, or I should start off by saying this. I get a lot of DMs and like emails about like, hey, can I use your music in my Twitch stream, or can I use your music in my YouTube video? And for YouTube, it's pretty simple. It's just like, if you use my music, you can't monetize it because it's gonna get paid out to me. And I've thought about like disabling that and whatnot, but I think it's nice to have on just so that like if a YouTube video like blows up or something and they use my music, I don't want them to like take all the credit for it when they use like my music, my property. So I like having that sort of control over my music. And then for Twitch, they'll be like, can I use your music in my Twitch streams? And I'm just like, I honestly can't tell you. Like, I have no idea whether like Twitch's system is gonna take it down or whatever. But I usually just started telling them like, yes, if there's any problems, just like let me know and I'll figure it out. But yeah.
Because so far for Twitch, like it's usually like when I stream too, one song comes along that probably is like, you know, DMCA or copyright and stuff, and then I'm just like, there goes the volume for the VOD. You know, all of a sudden, boom, volume for VOD is gone. I'm like, man, I wanted to upload this one too. You know, kind of stuff. But,
at least for my music, I'm pretty sure every single one of mine doesn't get muted on Twitch, as far as I know. If I'm wrong though, like feel free to like send an angry email at me. But
just be like, I can't believe you. No, I'm joking. Just intense breathing, typing hard on the keyboard.
Yeah, it's not my fault, I swear. Like it feels like musicians should have control of like what goes on, like whether they take it down on Twitch or whatnot, but it's not up to us. It's up to like the record labels and like the copyright law and whatnot.
Yeah, God, don't remind me about the copyright law. That thing sucks.
Yeah, it's so.
It was cool before. Yep, it's cool before, but all of a sudden it just sucks now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, definitely. I think. Let me see. I think we hit the. We just hit the hour mark too. So if you need to get anything to drink, any water, you know, if chat. I'll be honest, I forgot to tell chat this too when we started, but if anyone has any questions to Synthion or you guys want to know more about something from Synthion, type down in the chat. We would love to kind of go in depth with that or, you know, have a talk about it.
Yeah,
because you guys are included as well too.
Now's your chance. Yeah, now's your chance to ask your question. Speak now or forever hold your peace, or whatever the saying is.
I think that was,
yeah, close enough. But yeah,
yeah,
shall we take like a little 2-minute water break?
Yep, let's go for a 2-minute water break. Everyone get some coffee, get some tea, water, stay hydrated. I mean, maybe coffee wouldn't keep you hydrated, but you know, just anything to keep you hydrated. And then we'll be right back in a bit.
Yeah. All right. BRB, everyone.
BRB. Hello. Oh.
Hello?
There we go.
Hello?
Yep, we're good.
We good?
Yep, we good.
Yes, we are back.
Yeah, everyone hydrated. Everyone got something good to drink, something good to eat. Just sit back and relax, stay comfy.
I got my water bottle refilled.
Yep. But yeah, anyone who has any questions, feel free to ask them anytime during the chat, during the podcast, from both streams. From my perspective, from Synthion's perspective.
Yep.
Just let us know, and then either it'd be a question for both of us, it'd be a question for Synthion. We'll be glad to answer. Unless you're weird. Unless you start being weird, then we're gonna put you over in that corner. Don't worry. You can bring your drink, you can bring your food to that corner, but you can just sit back and relax from that area.
Yeah, we'll only answer the good questions.
Yep. Yep, that's the copium right there.
Uh-huh.
All right, but yeah, again, continue on to, it's like, I want to go back to like the VTubing stuff, because that VTubing stuff, it's very enticing to kind of look into and just understand everything that goes on behind that. Because I know recently with your debut, your VTuber debut, it was, how nerve-wracking was that? Because I know that was like your first time, debuting the new model, and you had a whole show that went on, which was really cool.
So
like, how was that?
So yeah, leading up to that day, I was like, this is fine, I'm super excited for this. And then that morning comes, and I'm like, I'm still excited. And then like 1 hour before the stream, I'm like, oh my god, this is happening. It like hit me. And then I booted up OBS, and then I heard my loading music, and I was like, oh my god, this is happening. Like, this is happening. This is real. It like sort of sunk in. And actually, when I was doing my debut, I switched to my like just chatting screen to like introduce myself and whatnot. And I just couldn't do it. I was like shaking too much. So I went back to the loading screen. That's still in the VOD like now.
Oh man, that's funny, but
yeah,
it's understandable. You're like, when you're the main attraction and it's your time to shine, I understand, like, anyone would freeze in that situation too,
yeah,
but hey, on the bright side, it made for some good content, right?
yeah, nervous for the content, baby. But yeah,
let's go.
I would say it was more nerve-wracking than standing in front of like a DJ set that I normally would do. I don't know why. It's like you can't even see like the physical people that are there other than like your chat. But it still felt so like there was so many people in the chat, even though I couldn't see their faces. It was so nerve-wracking.
Oh yeah, no, it's probably just because it's like the concept of it's something new, right? In a way where like you're so used to doing the same thing, but when you change just something like small, all of a sudden it's like a whole new world.
Yeah.
Please don't copyright strike me, Twitch. I just said the name.
DMCA just for saying the song.
Oh no, there goes the VOD.
Okay, so now that the VOD's unmuted, I guess I can answer that question. Wait, so wait, remind me what the actual like question was.
Just pretty much like when you kind of debuted for the first time, like just the lead up to that. You said like it was like so nerve-wracking, and you had that pause and everything. But once you got into the gear of things, you start shifting gears, getting into the pace.
Yeah.
How was that feeling, like transitioning into the like from nervousness to I'm gonna do my thing kind of?
Honestly, it took like 2 minutes. It was like, hi everyone, I'm so nervous. And then like 2 minutes later I was like, oh yeah, so what should we call ourselves? Like Starlings, and just like casual chatting. It did not take long to get used to. I mean, because it was my first stream back in like a long time, it definitely felt like I was inexperienced or whatever, because I had taken such a long break. But other than that, like the nerves calmed down pretty quickly once I got into the swing of things.
Oh, that's good though. That's really good. So,
yeah,
that's good to hear. Because oh man, it's having a debut like that. I'll say it again, but man, if I was in your shoes, I don't even know if I wanted to continue on. I'd probably just be like, I'm gonna wait for a few minutes, kind of stuff. But no, like, kudos to you. Big props, because that was a fantastic stream. And that was that debut and everything. It was so fun. Like, I had it on. I had it on the drive. I was in San Diego at that time with just family. We were driving home. I'm like, I'm gonna connect my phone to the Bluetooth. I'm gonna force every one of you guys to listen to these sets until we get home. I'll be on my computer too. Did my family hate me afterwards? Kinda. But did I enjoy myself in the car? Hell yeah, I did.
That's good. I love that for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, now that you mentioned the sets, I should mention part about setting up for the debut. I had to reach out to everyone that performed, obviously. So I reached out to a bunch of different people, and a couple people didn't accept. And those are sort of the people I was most nervous to like reach out to, actually. And I remember, like, I was about to send the Twitter DM, and I was like, okay, wait, actually cut and paste everything, like spell check it, make sure everything looks good. It felt like I was writing like a business email to like like a university or something like super important like that. But no, it was just like DMing one of my mutuals. But yeah, it was super nerve-wracking asking them to play. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you. I understand that feeling. It was like when I was messaging you on Twitter. I was like, I need to make this professional. Like, here's my cover letter. Here's my letter of recommendation. Here's my resume. And everything. It was nerve-wracking. Like, I'm with you there. I understand that feeling, and it was like I was in cold sweat because I was just like, if they don't accept, it's fine. I can move on. But then it's just so every letter that was being typed, I had to make sure it was like perfect, like not good. And then when I reread what I typed I saw a typo. I was like, I hate myself.
Honestly, I didn't notice the typo, so it's fine. But
I think I put the twice.
Yeah, I would never notice something like that. And if I did, I wouldn't care. I would honestly think it's funny. But
just become the English teacher that everyone hates. You put the twice.
Yep, now you're getting enough. No, I will not participate in the podcast because you put the twice.
No. I hate your writing. Oh man. Yeah, but that's yeah, asking people is hard. Talking to people is hard.
It definitely is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, talking about talking to people, that's weird, but has anyone, like any of your fans or anyone kind of like noticed you, like either it be in the past or recent, and they come to you like, hey, can I get a picture with you? Or hey, that's Synthion and stuff.
Yeah.
Has that ever kind of happened?
So actually, that's actually only happened once so far. And I think it's because, like before I moved here to Boston, I used to live in Georgia, and there's nobody lives in Georgia. So I think it's just like a matter of like not enough people like being there that like even know about me. And then once I moved here to Mass, I was actually at the airport about to go to San Francisco to perform at the DNA Lounge. It was actually the day before Second Sky, Porter Robinson's music festival. And I was at the airport, and I was like, jokingly to my housemate who was flying with me, I was like, hey, do you think we're gonna see any Porter fans? And right as I said that, a couple wearing like a Porter Robinson merch, and they have like a Porter Robinson sticker on their backpack. I noticed them walk past us, and I was like, oh my god, like I just spoke it into existence. And I was actually wearing I was actually wearing a Porter shirt at the time because it's Second Sky weekend, like I gotta get in the spirit. So I was wearing a Porter shirt, and I noticed the couple actually like kept looking at me, and I was like, maybe they're just like looking at my shirt to see if it's like a porter shirt or not. And then like I'm waiting at the gate, and they're at the same gate as me, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is, yeah, we're both going to Second Sky, yeah. And then eventually the guy actually comes up to me and he's like, you wouldn't happen to be the music producer Synthion, would you? And I was like, yes, that's me! Oh my god, hi! So
that anticipation, now just that stare down.
Yeah, no, I totally thought when he approached me, he would be like, hey, are you going to Second Sky? Like that's what I thought would happen, but he started off with, hey, are you Synthion? And I'm like, yeah, that's me. How did you know? But yeah, it was really cool. I had a CD in my backpack, so I actually signed that CD and gave it to him. It was really cool.
Oh wow!
And he's actually like
lucky person.
he's a pretty big member in my community now, so that's really cool.
Hey, let's go. Hey, shout out to what's his username?
Yeah, shout out Del Pickle. Shout out.
Let's go. Del Pickle, our boy.
Yes, let's go.
Oh, that's awesome though. Oh, that's how does that feel? Like, how did that feel like when all of a sudden it's like, what were you feeling during that time? You know, when everything's kind of came together.
I won't lie. I can't lie. It definitely made me feel like it made me feel good. It made me feel somewhat famous. I was like, oh my god, yeah, someone recognized me, because that was actually like the first time it ever happened. Yeah. We actually no, there actually was one other time it happened, but that was the first time it happened. The second time it happened, I actually sort of expected it because have you heard of the gaming convention PAX?
Oh my god, yeah, PAX.
Yeah, so I was actually working at PAX.
No way.
Yeah, because my housemate works on a food truck, and that food truck was at PAX, and they needed more help. So they were like, do you want to work on the food truck with us? And I was like, yeah, that sounds so fun. So I was working on a food truck for PAX, and I was like posting on Twitter about it and whatnot. And I think like PAX Day 2, someone comes up to me and they're like, yeah, can I get a grilled cheese? And you wouldn't happen to be the music producer Synthion, would you? And I was like, yeah, that's me, hi!
They all started with a grilled cheese.
Yeah. It was really funny.
Oh, that's great. Oh yeah, I think I remember. I saw your tweets about that too. The food truck.
Yeah.
How was it working there? Because I know you tweeted out, "I can't feel my arms. I can't feel my legs."
Oh my god! Like day one, it was actually pretty fun. Cause like day one was on a Thursday, so there wasn't a lot of people at PAX. It was pretty chill, and it was actually like pretty cloudy that day, so it was like really like nice weather. And then the day after, Friday, it was clear skies, but it was like 40 degrees. So it was like the sun was beating down on me and it was still super cold. So I ended up getting sunburnt all over my arms.
Oh no. It sucks.
Yeah, and there were so many people at PAX. Friday night, obviously everyone's bringing their like family and like everyone to PAX. And obviously everyone wants to get a grilled cheese for some reason when they're at PAX, so they all come to our truck. Yeah. And yeah, I was just flinging out sandwiches. It was definitely so stressful, but it was like one of the best experiences I've had in my life. I like.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
They're like, oh my god, Synthion's giving us grilled cheese. Let's go.
Yeah, I actually wonder if anyone like wanted, like, if anyone else recognized me but like didn't say anything, because it was actually just that one person.
Okay, yeah, but that's still pretty cool though. And you know, lactose intolerant or not, man, that was probably a night of your that was quite the cheesy night of your life, huh?
It sure was.
Oh, that's awesome though. I know, it's like, hey, you know what we're all having tonight? Some grilled cheese. Yeah, it was cool though. You got to put on like a sticker on the van and everything. Now you're part of that van. Dude, it looked crazy though, because I know like you posted a bunch of pictures and everything on that, about it, and I was like, man, that's crazy. And PAX mostly too. Were you able to like go around PAX and just enjoy your time there?
Not at all actually, because we were so busy. We got there, we set up at 7:30 in the morning, and then from then on until PAX closed, which was 5 p.m., we were just working straight. Like, we didn't get a break because obviously people well, not obviously, but I learned that people just want a grilled cheese no matter what time of day it is. We were still setting up at like 8 a.m. and people would come up and be like, hey, are you open? And we'd be like, no, it's freaking 8 a.m. Go to like Denny's or something.
We need a grilled cheese somewhere else. We're still setting up.
But yeah.
Okay, mind me asking, what else was there on that van? Because I'm starting to sound like it was only grilled cheese.
It's only grilled cheese. It's actually a grilled cheese specialty. We had grilled cheese, we had tater tots, and that was it.
Oh, that's bomb though.
Yeah.
You can't say no to tater tots. Tater tots are bomb.
Yeah, their food is actually like very, very good.
What was the name of the food truck?
Yeah, it's called Roxy's Grilled Cheese. Like, shout out Roxy's.
Let's go.
Yeah, if you're ever in Boston, go check out Roxy's. They have really good grilled cheese.
Oh, that's awesome. Now I gotta put that down on my bucket list. Visit Roxy's. Oh man, that's such a fun experience though. Like, it's definitely one that you have to do at least once in your life, is help out at a food truck just to see how it's like.
Yeah, I never thought I'd do something like that in my lifetime, but like since moving here in Boston, I've tried a lot of new things. It's been really cool to do those types of stuff.
It must be nice too. Like, of course, getting out there, doing stuff that you're not accustomed to in a way, where it's just like I'm never gonna do this a day in my life, and here I am doing it, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, good question. Hey, Synthion. One of your chatters is saying that when are we gonna get a Synthion marketable plushie?
Honestly, I've looked into it. They're really hard to manufacture, so I don't know. Maybe if I do like a little like pre-order form thing, maybe we can do like a limited batch. But I don't know. Maybe not anytime soon.
What would you call that plushie in a way?
I don't know. I feel like if I were to be a plushie, I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't be as good of a plushie as like if I had like a mascot or something. I feel like those plushies would be like far easier because I'm like a human.
It would be kind of weird, huh? But then I know a few people who has body pillows of themselves, but not because they want it, but just more because their community has forced it upon them.
Yeah,
that's the best way.
No, I feel like actually body pillows would be much more manageable to manufacture because like plushies you have to like fine tune it and like find a separate manufacturer, whereas like for a pillowcase you can just like print those. A lot of different shops have them.
Oh yeah, it really is, because you gotta. It's just the concept of, because a body pillow, right? You just put a picture on there and inflate it.
Yeah, inflate it.
Huh? Just make it as
it
pixelated as you can.
Yeah, well, I as an owner of 2 body pillows,
Let's go.
I can tell you that you just stuff like a blank pillow, like it's just like a regular pillow. You buy the pillowcase and then you buy the pillow and then you put the pillow in the pillowcase. That's how it works.
Hey, you know what? Not too bad. Also, another great question from Mad Maxine. A Synthion figurine?
Those are even harder, man. Like I can't. Yeah,
man.
I can't put a date on those, but maybe if I become super rich and famous down the line, that could be something to look into.
Yep, definitely gotta support our best girl, best VTuber Synthion. once the plushie and figurine come out.
Yeah, honestly, let me get a shirt out first, or like some stickers. Okay, let me get the easy stuff out first.
One day, I better see that. Like, what are those plushies? The one with those is it Love Live? The Love Live characters, and they're like spread out on their stomach.
Oh, the Nestleberries. Yeah, those are so cute. Yeah.
When are we gonna get a Synthion one?
I
think we all want one.
One day.
I just make sure it lights up too. It has the jacket and lights up. That'll be so cool. Yeah, but no, stickers. Synthion stickers would be awesome though. Definitely would love to grab some if you ever do have some.
Yeah, no, I actually did print out a roll of stickers, and I've been handing them out at like shows and stuff. I actually forgot to bring it to my previous show, but yeah, at shows and stuff, to anyone that like I sent a CD to personally, I sent them some stickers along the way.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, like stickers are very fun. I haven't like opened like a shop yet, so they're not for sale or anything, but I just try and hand them out whenever I can.
Oh, heck yeah. So, going along with fans and everything too, was there, now I kind of want to know too, like, you as, a person that's a fan of someone else, is there anyone that was like a big influence on your music career, your VTubing, like anyone within those departments that did they just like, you saw it and you're like, man, they're very influential, or they're like a big part of your, like, kind of your drive in a way?
Porter Robinson. That is
my
answer.
No. Say less, sister. We're in this.
But yeah, growing up, I listened to a lot of Porter. Worlds definitely had a grasp on me for like all of 2014 to 2016, and then Shelter came out, and then that had a grasp on me. But yeah, Porter's definitely like the single musician that I look up to the most. I think like back when overall I'd say Porter's like my main influence in terms of music, but I think nowadays it's sort of shifted over, I think, rather than Porter, just because like Nurture is more like acoustic and like more laid back. And that sort of differs with the type of music that I make. Obviously, he's still influential to me, but I've been a lot more inspired by Moe Shop, if you've heard of Moe Shop.
Oh, Moe Shop, dude. I love their music.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like that. It really is just like, it makes you feel like you feel that beat, but then you're like, man, this is cute.
Yeah.
it's that cute shit.
Yeah. Like, I think a lot of people know them for like the future funk, like new disco type of stuff that they like got famous for back in the day.
Yeah.
But nowadays, they've been making a lot of different genres, like mainly future bass and like some faster stuff too. And it's like the newer stuff for me that's super influential, and it's really cool to see, because like as you know, future funk is like a very like sample based genre where it's like it samples other music or like own recordings and whatnot. And then like the newer stuff Moe Shop makes, it's like very different, so it's really cool to see how those two like sides clash in like the best way possible.
Oh, heck yeah.
And
it's so weird too, seeing them like have that switch, that change in style. But it's so like, it shows how talented they are too. They're like, man, they went from this, and all of a sudden it's like the whole new artist that came out.
Definitely, yeah.
So that's But that's so cool, that evolution. Like, with artists, even artists like you and the Winamp gang, with just any artist in general, just seeing that progress over the years, and even if it's a switch or not, it's ear candy in a way, because you're like, man, they used to have this, but look at this glow up over
Yeah,
the
it's a glow
years.
up, yeah.
It's like, man. And now, but mostly when like you guys start adding in lyrics and everything too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's such a it catches people off guard because future bass and everything is, you would think it's just more of that beat, that build up, drop, and then instrumental. But man, sometimes when those lyrics just kick in, it's just like, huh? Like, oh shoot.
Yeah, that was definitely a big turning point when I started singing on my own music. The first song I released with vocals, like my own vocals, was Aurora. And
okay.
I was like, I have no idea how people are gonna react to this, because it's like it's pitched up. It's like I don't know. I thought people would be like, like I love this Alvin and the Chipmunks song, but no, people actually like really liked it, and the reception was great. I was super nervous when it was coming out, but now it's like changed my music style completely, and it's honestly opened up like a third dimension. Like I feel like all my music before lyrics was like 2D, and then once I started adding lyrics, it was like 3D.
Yeah, and I was like, a lot of your lyrics, even if anyone says they're cheesy or anything, they got some good meaning behind it. Like, I will shut anyone down if they're like, oh yeah, this anyone, like any artist I like, if their music sounds cheesy or their lyrics sound cheesy. Nah, dude, you haven't fully looked into the story that they're painting. It really is like any kind of music that you and other artists make. It really is like a blank canvas starting to form, and that's the best thing that music can bring to anyone too. So you don't need a music video sometimes. You just need the audio, and then boom, there's your canvas.
Yeah.
For everyone, for anyone, pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually didn't know that Aurora was your first vocals too. That's crazy.
I've only been singing for 2 years, technically.
That's still a good time. That's still a good while right there. That's for sure.
Oh, going back to the influences part though, I guess I forgot to talk about. I only talked about the music part. I didn't talk about the VTubing part yet.
You're good.
So yeah, like sort of the VTubers that I looked up to, when I was starting out, obviously like everyone from Hololive. That's sort of how I fell into the VTubing rabbit hole in the first place, was watching Hololive clips. The funny dog Corone was on my YouTube recommended, and I was like, wait, this is so cute. And then like it just went downhill from there. But yeah, I'd say some like big major like influences for me. One, obviously Gargura, biggest English speaking streamer. I think maybe Iron Mouse might be bigger now, but definitely Gargura. Just like people see her sort of, if you just look at her on the surface level, she's just like funny shark that plays video games. But once you start to look like deeper into her streams and stuff, she actually plays a lot of like indie games and whatnot, and she highlights a lot of like lesser known games and lesser known stuff and brings them into the spotlight, which is really cool. I really enjoy that side of her as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I hope to eventually get to that point where I'm like popular enough and I'm like, hey, check out this like random like no name game that I found, and then have that sort of impact. But one day.
Hey, one day, and everyone in here is gonna be part of that ride. So we're with you on that front.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's awesome. Because I know that you said that you had to cancel stream because of stuff that happened up with your To the Moon stuff, but To the Moon is a wonderful game.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely play it next week. It's just like yesterday I was doing the track breakdown, and I actually I felt fine when I started to stream. And then once I talk for like an hour and a half, I was like, wait, my nose is like super stuffy now and I keep coughing. I was like, why is this happening to me? Like, I thought I wasn't sick anymore, but yeah, I'm still sick if I like talk for long periods of time. Honestly, I sort of feel it coming back right now, but it's not as bad as yesterday, so no, we're still good.
No. Alright, I got you, yeah. By all means, if it does come back or anything happens,
yeah,
we're good.
I'll let you know,
yeah. We're all good here. And that's pretty cool though. Like I think Nogbody, you just said that girl played some of your songs on their stream. That's pretty sick.
So one of the indie games that she played on stream was Unbeatable White Label. And actually they had a collaboration with Noise Starlight, which is the rhythm game that I wrote music for. And so they did like a little crossover. They brought in some songs from Noise to play in Unbeatable. And Gura played like all the songs in Unbeatable, and she eventually played my song. And
hey, let's go.
Yeah, it was so cool to see her just like humming along to my music. And yeah, just like, cause I'm a really big fan of hers, so that was like crazy to see that. That's cool. That's really cool though. Yeah.
Right there. It's just that you're like, that's me. I made that.
Yeah. and actually I sent her a little super chat after the stream, and I was like, hey Gura, thanks for playing my song. It means a lot. And she read that and she's like, Synthion, thank you super chat. And she's like, wait, you made that song? You made that song, like you wrote it or you like sang it, or wow. And
that's cool.
And yeah, that was really cool to see Gura like recognize me, at least like the tiniest percentage of recognition. It gave me my dopamine fix for like the rest of the year.
Hey, I think it would give anyone a good dopamine fix. That's like no need for anything else. You're set.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. It's crazy and awesome that you're able to write songs for a video game. Yeah. It's a rhythm game, right? That you're able to do that kind of stuff with?
Yeah, for Noise Starlight. It's actually a very interesting game. It's like rhythm game, bullet hell, and visual novel all tied into one. It's a really cool game.
Hey, where can we find it?
It's on iOS and Android. It's a mobile.
iOS, Android,
yeah.
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna have to give it a download later.
It's really hard though. Like I'm really bad at the game.
Trust me, anyone who's played Touhou has already gone through the 7 gates of hell.
Yeah, it's like, think of if you're playing Touhou, but you also have to play Sound Voltex at the same time. It's kind of like that.
It's like, what do you mean there's bullets flying at me? What do you mean I got to do this pattern? No, but that's, oh man, how was that like on your end, being able to write music for a video game? Or like, did they approach you, or was it just more of like they were asking for artists to collaborate with?
Yeah, they actually approached me. I think after Fairy Tail release, so like late 2020, they asked me to just like write a song for them, and they'll pay me, and I was like, okay. And then they're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be in our game, by the way. And I was like, okay, sounds good.
Cool.
I write song, I get money, cool. And then it like really didn't hit me until I had already finished the song and I saw it in the game finally, that I was like, wow, I'm in a video game now. And that was for my song True.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a good. That song is so good though. I love that song.
Thank you.
I say that a lot to all your song. I won't be real with you. I just love music in general. I think all of us here love music in general. I mean, if you're here, then you definitely love music.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But that's so cool though, that you're able to like having that influence with other, like, you know, the HoloLive characters, being able to be part of that video game that led to, you know, a huge streamer Gara, you know, coming across it. It's just like, I think I said it before, it's like the stars just started aligning for you, which is, you know, you deserve it. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, and kind of like I know like you've gone through a lot of hardships and everything, and it's hard. It's really hard to get for a lot of people to get to where they want to be and stuff. Would you say that you're kind of where you want to be, or is there always like room for more improvement? You have more plans that you want to experiment on and anything of that sort?
So okay, so like, do you mean like physically, like where I want to be, or like figuratively where I want to be?
We'll start
or like
figurative.
both? Figuratively?
Yeah.
So, okay, so I always think there's room to expand. Like, no matter what it is you're doing, there's someone out there that's better than you. You'll never be the best. It's like sort of the harsh reality is you'll never be the best in your field. And I think a lot of people understand that, and that like, obviously I never thought I was like the best or anything, but it, like, when I sort of learned that I'll never be the best, it just, instead of looking at first place, I started looking at like 2,500th place, and like just like closer to where I am, and like trying to get a little bit better and a little bit better, and just like make constant improvements to, like, whether it be my music or whether it be like, or yeah, I guess my music. And then VTubing is just some, like, it's honestly just a hobby of mine. I wouldn't say it's like my full-on career yet. But VTubing, obviously, I really enjoy it, but there's lots of room for improvement. I'm still inexperienced as a streamer. I've only been using this model for 4 months now, so there's that side of it, but also I definitely should work on interacting with my community, my chat. You're a streamer as well, so like, I'm sure you understand this. There's like always room to improve. Whether it's like stream layout, there's like so much that goes on behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, like you gotta look at your monitor, or if you know, if you're like me, you can't afford a second monitor, I gotta look at my phone for chat. And then it's keeping up with chat. I'll be honest, that's the best thing about streaming, personally. Is you're there, you and your fan base. It's like you're just hanging out with a bunch of people who have the same interest.
Yeah.
And then you can talk to them, they talk to you. It's real time. So that's like, I personally think that's like the best part of streaming too. But it can change from different people too. And I want to respect everyone's thought on like what their favorite part of streaming is as well. I mean, honestly, like your community, such wonderful people. Like just being in there, they're either they're being a bunch of trolls. They're in the end, they're all level. They're like everyone in your chat. Like my experience there for a few like months has been just, I always get a good laugh. Everyone in your chat is like wonderful people.
Yeah, no, I love all of my fans, all of my starlings. Yeah, they're all really like supportive, and yeah, I wouldn't be like streaming if it weren't for them. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big love to my starlings and my community.
And don't worry, I'm not forgetting about my chat. I love my chat too. I haven't found out a name for them yet. Maybe the patrons or something like that. But that sounds like Patreon. I don't want to go down that route.
Oh yeah,
that's just
like
a rabbit hole.
The cafe theme. Maybe they could be like your coffee beans. Oh, actually,
that's a.
You would have to like grind them up to make your coffee though.
Don't worry. They'll be fine. No, but of course, no. Again, I guess in general, everyone in either my chat, Synthion's chat, you guys are the real ones. And I think without them at all, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. And that's we're just, in the end, we're really just people just doing random stuff. If you really think about it, it's like either it be music or just playing video games in it or just chatting. In the end, I think the real MVPs are those who are watching the streams. And big shout out to everyone on that front.
Yeah.
Too. But like, I do want to, since we do have some people here, and if there's anyone that's like new to, or they're thinking about it, or they're new to VTubing, streaming, or creating music, do you have any kind of like words of wisdom or encouragement that you would like to tell them? Or because I know that it's hard nowadays to get that kind of advice from people.
Yeah.
Because everyone's different.
I feel like music and even VTubing can be really, really intimidating because you just walk into like the type of music you listen to, like that gets recommended to you on Spotify and stuff. They're usually from like bigger artists. The VTubers that are popular, obviously they're gonna be bigger VTubers. They're gonna have all their stuff figured out, and you're gonna be like, "There's no way I can do this, right? There's no way." But yeah, I think especially nowadays, now that like social media has such a big impact, everything's online now, it's so easy to see like the people that are like so far ahead of you, but you can't see the people that are like just starting out, that are just like you. So it's definitely hard. I think Discord is a really good way to just start like finding some peers that are also new to this. Maybe find some like IRL friends if you can. I know it's really hard. Like, there's not a lot of people out there who are interested in making EDM IRL. I feel like
people, man, that's hard.
Yeah, talking to people's hard. Go on Discord instead. But yeah, I'd say just find peers who are also starting out, just so you're not like so looking at like super like established people. Like even me, I personally don't feel even like established in the slightest sense. Even though I've been making music for like almost 8 years now. And I've technically been VTubing for 2 years, like using a virtual model, but
yeah,
I'm gonna be real with you, I don't have my stuff figured out. And yeah, it's I think the biggest like piece of advice I'd say is just, if you're thinking about it, give it a shot. Like if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out, but if you never try, then you'll never know. And if you never try, then you might regret it down the line. So yeah, I definitely say give it a try. Download that FL Studio trial. You deserve it.
Bro, it's free and it comes with free updates, right?
Yeah.
Please sponsor Synthion on FL Studio.
And honestly, if you're new to VTubing too, if you want to use the 2D avatar, download VTube Studio. I think it's free. They have like stock avatars, you can like play around with them. It's honestly really fun, just like messing around with 2D avatars.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, anyone can download like VRoid Studio, for example. That's where I got my first model from. And anyone can like make their own avatar, import it into like a streaming software, and then like yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. And then like play a game or something.
Yeah, it's as long as you love doing it as a hobby, right? Like even if it's a hobby, as long as you love doing it, just have fun.
Yeah, have fun with it. Have fun with it. If you think it'll be fun, if you think it'll be fun to make music, if you think it'll be fun to be a streamer, be a VTuber, just go for it. Why not?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that advice though, it's like it's great. It's great to hear that too, because I think that's the biggest thing a lot of people do have intimidation with, is like, what if I don't get anyone watching? Like, what if no one watches? What if this? What if that? You know? Well, what if I'm just not funny enough? What if I'm just, you know, not that charismatic? Oh, yeah. Dude, look at me. Like, I always tell people, look at me, dude. I stutter. I don't know if I'm talking properly, but I still do it. You know, like, you know, just have fun. Don't worry about what, you know, what's gonna happen, what you're gonna say, how you're gonna talk, or who you are. Just if you're having fun, just go for it.
Yeah, give it a shot. Even if no one watches you, as long as you're having fun. Like, don't get discouraged. Like, don't look at numbers. I'd say like honestly, like first 6 months you're doing like something new, don't care about the numbers. Just do it because it's fun.
Oh yeah.
Like when I first uploaded my songs on SoundCloud, I got like 10 listens at most. And I'd be like, yeah, I did it. I uploaded my song on SoundCloud. And then I'd just move on to the next song. And then one day I'd like get a comment from someone, usually from like one of my friends that like I sent the link to. They'd be like, this is cool. I like the beat. And I'd be like, oh my god, I feel like a real artist.
I made it. I made it.
I made it.
That's funny though.
Yeah. I think like my sort of motto that I've developed very recently is the phrase, I'm just like a girl. Like I'm just like a human. Like I just like exist, you know?
We're just either sitting here or standing here, just whatever the hell we're doing, right?
No, we all are. And if you think about it, like even like someone has to establish that's like Porter Robinson, he's just like a guy.
Yep. He's the guy making music, you know. He's doing what he loves. That's it. Yep.
He's just the guy that like happens to like go on tour sometimes and like throw his own music festivals and whatnot. But like, you know, at the end of the day, he's just like a person.
Yeah. We're all people in the end.
Yeah, I think that's really important to remember, because I feel like even like especially in music, it's very hard to see the human side of things, because all you do is like see their Spotify, maybe like read their Spotify bio or something like that. But you oftentimes don't get to see the person behind the art. Yeah.
Because everyone's different, you know. One person can be making like heavy metal, death metal songs, but in the end, they just love puppies, dude. You know? They just want to pet their puppy when they get home and snuggle with them. You know, that's them. You know, we're no strangers to judge. You know, like come on, just let the man go home and let the man or woman go home and pet their puppy, dude. They had a long day of screaming and yelling in the mic. Come on, but they just do them. We do us. They do them. We're good. We are. But no, it's like it's fun. In the end, have fun, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be fun.
Yeah.
Or else it's not worth your time.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you hate it, then I don't like why are you doing it.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. That's one thing I'll say is like, if you want to make music, not because you think it's fun or anything, but because you think you'll get like, it's like an easy job, or like, oh, you'll like become famous or like have status. Obviously, that's like something that like can be a side product of it, but if it's not fun, it's never gonna last. And if it's not fun, you'll never get there either.
Exactly. That's I'll agree with you 100% there. That's true. That's facts.
Yeah.
Someone clip that, turn that into a just put it up on Twitter, just real talks, #ShowerTalk. But yeah, no, we're almost at the 2-hour mark too, so that's crazy.
Yeah. We've been talking for a while.
How's your throat? I just want to make sure that nothing's too congested or
I'm good.
You're feeling okay.
I haven't really coughed at all. My nose is tiny bit stuffy, but I'm doing fine.
Yeah, but I mean, pretty much to start wrapping a few things up. One big question too, because I know you have a bunch of songs, you have albums, singles that you have produced and everything. Which one out of those songs and albums would you say you hold the most the dearest to? Like, you really, this was your album, like this is my child kind of thing.
Definitely Fairy Tale. Yeah, it was it's still to this day my longest work. It's only 6 songs, but it was a really big album for me. I feel like it was a big turning point. Obviously the song Aurora was the lead single off of it, and it was the first song I sang in. And like I mentioned before, singing in my music has added like another dimension to my music. I feel like I'm producing in 3D now. There's that side of it, and then like sort of the meaning behind Fairy Tale as well. I actually haven't talked too much about this, but Fairy Tale was my sort of escape, and it's why it's called fairy tale in the first place, was it's like a dream, or like a mystical fairyland, a fairy tale far, far away. So it's kind of themed after that. It's like my dreamland, and it's like my ideal like place. It's like my dream dimension, or almost. But yeah, it's because around that time I was sort of like lost on my identity. If you don't know, I'm like transgender, by the way. And back then I was still figuring a lot of things out in terms of my identity. And sort of writing fairy tale like helped me figure that out for myself. And I feel like the lyrics really reflect that, because it, like, before I figured out my identity and whatnot, and honestly I'm still not even sure if I figured it all out yet, but it felt like the world felt very dark, and I like didn't know like what exactly to do. Like it just felt like I was lost and everything was dark. I couldn't see anything, and that's when the idea for Aurora came to me, which was the first song I wrote on the album. It goes, cover me with your shining aura. So it's like asking this like dreamland to like cover me with like a shining aura, grab my hand so I can be alright. It's like kind of like sort of guide me through this darkness, take my darkness away for tonight. So it's just like asking this dreamland to bring the color back into my life, and just like sort of shine this light on my life, and like sort of make me like grant me vision again, because I was like really lost at the time. And yeah, it just sort of stemmed from there.
Oh man, you're making me a little bit emotional on this. I was getting a little choked up. I was like, damn. But that's great though. Like again, all of us here so happy, proud of you for getting to where you being where you are right now, because that stuff is hard. That stuff is really hard to get through, because
it is.
you're gonna have people who are gonna be in your way, but you know what? Screw those people. Let them let them hate. Let them hate, because while you're focusing on yourself, hey, maybe they're focusing on you. So in the end, you got some fans, right? That's the best way to think of it.
They're all just haters.
Exactly, they're all just haters. Let them hate you, because they're too busy thinking about you instead of themselves while you're thinking about yourself. And that's why we're all here. We're all here to support you, and every step of the way. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm in a much better spot with like my mental state, just like figuring out my identity, as well as like I mentioned Windrunner was about like leaving my parents' house. So the big reason for that, and the reason I don't talk to them anymore, is because they're transphobic and they don't really accept my identity at all. When I came out, they were just like, no, no, that's not you.
Stuff like this is rough too, because like mostly because our parents and everything, they come from a different timeline is what I call it too, and we're in this timeline now. Things change, and that's the hardest thing, is that a lot of people older, it's harder for them to adjust into
definitely
the new era pretty much. But everyone, us and those who understand, 100%, we're with you all, like with you and whoever else is going through this kind of stuff. Only love. There's only love here.
Yeah, it's all love.
Like, no hate.
It's all love, baby.
All love.
I got my over on my end. I have I have my room as my background. I think I showed it to you like a little bit over on Discord. But yeah, I have the trans flag hanging out behind me.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff though. It's good stuff, and again, so proud and happy to where you're able to be where you are now, and happier place, better place. Doing what you love. Doing what you love, and just love who you really are, and that's the best you can get out of life, honestly.
And honestly, I'll also mention this. It's like semi-related. But in like speaking of like things that get in the way. So I actually quit school last year. Because it was getting in the way. So I was attending Berkeley College of Music. It's why I'm in Boston in the first place, was so I could attend that college. And in my third semester, so my first 2 semesters were online because of COVID. And then my third semester happened, and it was my first semester on campus, and I got booked for that show like before Second Sky, and I had to tell my professors, I was like, hey, I'm actually gonna be out for one day. I'm gonna be out for a single day on that Friday, and I'm gonna miss one of your classes. And they were like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Like, what's the reason? And I told them, I'm actually playing a DJ set over in San Francisco, and I'm gonna be traveling that weekend. And they were like, okay, but like you can't, like, that's not a valid excuse to miss class, blah blah blah, stuff like that. And I was like, wait, it's not? Because like I was going to a music school, and I thought obviously they'd understand, like, if it's like an opportunity to grow my career as like a musician, like playing like a live show, that's something that they should be congratulating and cheering me on for. I expected them to be like, yeah, that's awesome, like, go do your thing, and we can catch up when you're back. And obviously that was not the case. They got very, very upset at me, and I just went anyways, because like I'm not gonna say, oh, sorry, I can't do that show, I have school that day, and just like not play like one of the funnest shows I've ever played in my life. Heck yeah. So that's so weird, though. I got back. Yeah, I got back from playing that show, and I went to like professor office hours to catch up on what I missed, and they're like, one professor in particular, he got so passive aggressive. He explained everything, like the pace we're talking right now, think of that, but like 4 times the speed. Like, he purposely went super duper fast so that I couldn't understand anything. Even when there was like, he wasn't even in like a rush or anything. He just explained super fast and was like, did you get that? Did you get that? And I was like, no, you talk too fast. I didn't understand a single word you said. He's like, well, that's your fault. You should have been listening. If you were in class, you wouldn't have missed this. And I was like, okay, yeah, I've had it with this. I talked to my counselor as I was like, can I get my professors changed? And they're like, no, because you're in such a like a specific field. All the classes are actually full, and we can't change professors. You'll actually have to do like another semester if you want to take this class with someone else. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm done. I told them I'm quitting. And
because it's like, for a professor that is into music, they're not into music. Like, what is this?
Exactly. They're like, they care so much about teaching their music, and they don't care about like their students actually going out and improving. It blew my mind. I was like, it's not worth spending $40,000 a year just to go here and like, you know, be treated like this. So I became a college dropout. Right?
No, but hey, it got you to where, you know, you're more happy, and that's what really matters.
Yeah, and you're doing quitting school allowed me to like just focus music full time. Like that's my job now. I do music full time and I stream. I'm I like to say this. I'm a full-time musician, part-time anime girl.
Hey, okay, can I get in on that too? I want the second part. That's good. Listen, let me just live the life of a kawaii anime girl. Come on. Yeah, that's so cool. Like, real talk though, that's such a big jump, but man, it in a way, I think for you, it's like one of the most rewarding things ever. Like, best things to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again,
super rewarding.
so happy that you're able to, overcome these barriers and, use it more as a positive than a negative. Even though it has its hard times, like if you're able to turn that negative into a positive and use that to become a better person, either it be in your everyday life or your work life, you're winning. You are definitely winning. The person, like your professor, he's the loser. He has a master's, he has a PhD, but in the end, he's still mentally, physically, and lifely the loser in the situation. Yeah, screw that professor.
Yeah, he's missing out. The anime girl in his class quit. So who's the real winner here?
All right, be right back. I'm gonna hit up that rate my professor. What, UC Berkeley? Hotness scale 1. Do they still have that? I actually wonder, because they used to have a hotness scale, like the chili peppers.
Oh, I don't think they do anymore. It's just stars now, like Yelp or something.
I was about to give him a 1 chili pepper, or maybe even a half one. I don't even know what it looks like. Nah, that's good though. I mean, hey, but starting to wrap things up. Dude, I know I said that like a while back. We were two engrossed on having a fun talk. Mm-hmm. But is there anyone else in general that you want to shout out? Any one of your friends or anyone your influence, like anyone who influenced you, just anyone in general that you would love to get their name out there, let them know that they're loved, or hey, I really respect you and everything.
So first and foremost, shout outs to everyone watching this stream.
Let's go.
Very, very thankful that you came out and sat here watching to this anime girl spew nonsense for 2 hours. Yeah, but shout outs to all of my starlings, everyone in Fengli's chat as well. Shout outs to all you guys. You're a real one. And also like to shout out Yuna, my best friend in VTubing right now. She's honestly like given me so much inspiration to like grow as a VTuber and just like keep doing what I'm doing, and just like have fun with it. And when I see her stream and like whatnot, it really gives me motivation to just like keep growing as a streamer. And yeah, shoutouts to my music friends, I guess, like all the Winamp boys, Aika, Katori, Simple Outskirts, Slappy, Polar, and what, Tekitsnate, Trifect, Samson, I'm missing someone, Frick. If I miss you, I'm sorry, but shoutouts to all you guys. I love all of your music, obviously, and listening to your music, just helps me stay in this and like keep doing what I'm doing in terms of music. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Oh, shoutouts to my mods too. They do so much work for me. They get all those weird spam bots out of my chat.
Hey, you want to get rich and famous? Big followers, subscribers.
Yeah, shoutouts to mods. They do so much work for my community. I wish I could like pay them.
Any chance, dude. Honestly, any chance possible. If any one of us make it big, expect payment from the mods.
Yeah, for sure.
Honestly, let's go mods.
And yeah, I guess that's about it.
Yeah, awesome. So I was gonna ask you like if there's anything you want to say in the comments or chat, but man, you already said everything.
yeah, I feel like we covered most of it.
Yeah, you got it right before I asked. That's the good stuff right there. But yeah, any last thing, where can we find you? Like not just YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, but is there anything else that you would like to promote? Like your Bandcamp or anything with all your music?
Yeah, so my viewers already know what's coming up, but if you enjoyed this stream, if you want to get to know more about me, if you want to mingle with the community, join us over at discord.gg/Synthion. Once again, that's discord.gg/Synthion. Come hang out with us. Our server is great. And I'm always constantly working to improve more on the server. And yeah, come hang out with us. Discord, and you know, obviously every like streaming platform you can think of. Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, that one you've never heard of before, that one that only people in Brazil use or something like that. Everything you can name, I'm on everything, so go check out my music there. Bandcamp if you want to support me directly. SoundCloud, YouTube, all that stuff. I stream on YouTube, I should mention, so if you want to check out more of my streams, go subscribe on YouTube. You know, if you really enjoy it, consider supporting my membership. It's less than a Twitch sub.
Oh, that's true, dude. I saw the amount on that. I'm like, yo, that's a steal.
Yeah, it's $3.
It's crazy.
If you have money to spare for like a coffee, consider joining a membership.
Yep. Hey, you know, support Synthion for that little cup of coffee today on the podcast.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But yeah, anything else, or we all good?
Yeah, I guess that's it. I don't really have anything coming up that's announced, I think. As far as I know. Yeah.
Gotcha there.
But I guess I'm moving. I'm moving tomorrow. So I'll be out of commission for like a week or so, but yeah. Yeah.
Again, big congratulations for the move.
Yeah, thank you.
Happy belated birthday. Happy belated birthday and anniversary to your Windrunner EP. Let's keep it real, and thank you so much for being on part of the podcast. I really do appreciate it, and you know, mostly for you making the time to come on and just chat.
Yeah, no, thank you for inviting me. I had a lot of fun talking about just whatever.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. If you ever want to be on, you know, we always welcome all of our guests back. You know? So if one day either I hit you up or you're like, hey, you know, like, hey, I dropped a new album, I want to talk about it more, you know, go in depth with that too, like the story behind it, we're good there. But again, we always welcome you back. We welcome any guest that we had in the past back.
Yeah,
it's always fun. It's fun to build these communities of both, you know, even if it's like, you know, Twitch and YouTube. At this point, if Twitch dare strikes me for having a YouTuber come to do it, so be it. Thor can zap me with a lightning, and I will still give you a
Jeff
thumbs
Bezos
up.
will banish you to the Amazon
he's gonna banish
realm.
True. He's gonna hit me with the Yugi Moto, dude. That Exodia.
But yeah,
like, into this realm you go.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep in touch. This was a lot of fun. Definitely
so
invite
much.
me back sometime. Thank you so much for the comfy time.
Yeah, thank you very, very much for making the time. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So one more time, if you guys on my chat, if you want to join in, I'm gonna just copy paste your Discord chat, so my chat can, whoever's down to join in can join in too. And then again, guys, if you can, please follow Synthion. And I keep on saying follow. Subscribe to Synthion, become a member, and show her all the support and all the love, because they make such great music. They are very, as you already seen in this podcast, very funny, very awesome personality, and you know, nothing but love in the end.
Thank you.
So, yep, thank you very much. But before we end things off, there's always one thing we love to do, and I always love having the guests do it. But is there anyone that you know that's currently streaming, either it be on Twitch or YouTube?
Let me check.
Yep. Because one of my streamer friends, he goes by the name of Tizzy Q. He created something great where it's the concept of, or his saying is, it's nice to be nice, where we go ahead and we go show someone, either it be someone we know, just a random streamer, that they're doing great, and we're just, you know, it's nice to be nice in the end.
Yeah.
Show them all that love and support too.
I actually don't see anyone live right now. Actually, let me check Twitch real quick.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't really see any of my friends online right now. But yeah. I guess you can hit up anyone that you want to raid.
All right, sounds good. Let me take a look. And in before, there's like no one for me to raid. There's he's very small. He plays Apex, and I think he does deserve a lot of love. He's a very funny guy. Very funny guy. His name goes by Big Bry.
Big Bry.
He's always doing his best, trying to try to get out there too. But when you see him, he's such a funny personality. So let me go ahead and.
Oh yeah, do you wanna drop the link? If you have my chat open, or if not, you can send it to me on Discord.
Got it. Let me go ahead. I got the link. So you can go over. I got your chat.
Oh,
right
nice.
Here.
Nice.
Right there. There you go. So that's his Twitch. And let me go ahead and get the raid started on my end too. Yep. So just know that. I mean, we should be all good, right? We're cool with a little bit of cursing here and there. Hopefully.
Wait, I actually don't think the link went through. Can you send this to me on Discord?
Yeah, I gotcha. Let me do that. There you go. There we go.
All right.
But yeah, he's a great guy. Like, he loves to interact with his with the community and everything, his chat. So let's go ahead and just show him, that he's doing great. Let him know that we're here for a good time, good vibes. And if you guys even want, we do this thing. We just typed out "nice to be nice." It can either be in space, it can be in all together, just however you want it. It can be in the weird SpongeBob chicken thing, whatever you do, anything of that sort. But again, thank you everyone for stopping by. Thank you so much, Synthion. Appreciate it so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, morning, wherever you are. Just have a comfy afternoon, morning, and weekend.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'll catch up with you on Discord after we're done wrapping up here over on my end.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, sounds good.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I'll catch you later, Synthion.
Okay, bye. Alrighty. And we are back. Did you guys go on Twitch yet? Yeah, thank you for tuning into that podcast. That was so much fun to talk with Bingley, and just got to share a little bit of my thoughts. And yeah, I guess we're going over to that Twitch channel now. I guess it's kind of like a raid. But yeah, I guess I'll catch you there. As mentioned before, I'm moving tomorrow, so I'm gonna be out of commission for at least like a week or so. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Join over on the Discord if you want to stay updated. Discord.gg/Synthion. And yeah, I guess we'll outro, and then I'll see you over on that Twitch channel. Bye everyone. Thanks for tuning in once again. And outro! Bye! Outro!